16 days later, that student sexually assaulted a female student in the girls' bathroom at SPHS. For nearly 3 hours after the sexual assault, the individual is missing and at large in SPHS. At around 2:15, the father of the girl who was sexually assaulted arrived at SPHS. He was very upset to learn what had happened to his daughter and became very loud after initially being denied entry into the building. This motherfucker's daughter was anally raped by another student and they didn't let him in the building. They didn't let him in. I guess forceful sodomy could have been mouth rape, technically. I don't know. They haven't said. They didn't let him in. They're like, well, he's loud. He's loud? He's loud? You're lucky he's not loud with a tractor running through the front doors and then opening up with an AR-15. What are you talking? He's loud. Rat-a-tat-tat, this kid's gonna get clapped. Like, what? Loud? Shortly after 2:30 p.m., the father had been escorted from the school, but the individual who committed the sexual assault was still at large in the building. In the building, the father, get out, please, sir. During this time, the Stonebridge principal reached out to the superintendent's office about getting a no trespass letter against the father. Your child is raped. Your child is raped. And they throw you out. They trespass you. Your child is raped in the compelled government fucking institution that if you don't send your child to, you go to jail. If your child doesn't attend sufficiently to where they are raped, they're taken from you and put with a different family who will then be forced to send them where they will be raped. This is the government's one job. Keep the kids from getting raped, and they're so fucking bad at it. They're abysmally bad at it. People talk about the Catholic Church all the time. My God, the amount of sexual assault that happens in the public school system where children are compelled to attend is astronomical. Every single assault. By the way, do you know how often your kids get actually criminally assaulted, not just sexually, in a public school? You remember high school, right? Do you remember how everything that happened, like you see it every day, shit that happens in high school, that if it happened outside, like at a bar or at a restaurant, someone's going to fucking jail. Beatings, gropings, sex, forced sex, pressured sex, statutory rape sex. Who goes to fucking jail from the public school system? You know who it should be? Goddamn everyone. It is institutionalized child rape from the government. And we're all okay with this all the time. Society is fine with it. There are more protections in prison against rapists than there are in your schools. Lady, what are you doing? Stay right here. What?
Can I please have two Pepsis?
Ask your brother to get them for you. I can't do it right now. Love you, lady. Gee, why do I care about this issue? I don't know. LCPS's chief operating officer arrived at the school that afternoon and talked with the principal. At 3:30 p.m., he sent an email to the superintendent and other senior staff stating in full, the incident at SPHS is related to policy 8040. I will send a Teams appointment from 3:30 to 5, and we'll log in now and offer an update if you want to log in now in between then. Policy 8040 addresses the rights of transgender and gender expansive students. Oh, so the email has to do with gender, transgender, and gender expansive students, not rape. Not the rape. Can we say it again for the back? Not the rape. They're not concerned about the rape. They're concerned about the transgender and gender expansive policy and not the fucking rape. Six people joined that Teams meeting. Would you? Including the superintendent and now deputy superintendent. We believe this Teams meeting was the beginning of the complete lack of transparency by LCPS surrounding the situation. Oh, you think? Shortly after the meeting ended at 4:10 p.m., the superintendent sent an email to the LCSB alerting them of the allegations of sexual assault at SPHS. Oh, thank God. Finally, someone mentions the rape. At 4:46 p.m., the Stonebridge principal sent an email to the community about what had occurred at SPHS earlier that day. The email neither mentioned nor hinted at the sexual assault that took place in the bathroom, instead focusing on the father of the victim who arrived at the school. This email was drafted by the public information officer and ultimately edited and approved by the superintendent. Remember when the dad, I believe, of that girl showed up? Remember when he showed up at the school board meeting and was arrested? You remember that? He's the problem. The dad causing a ruckus. Please, sir, don't cause a ruckus in our nice and tidy school system. That would be very unreasonable of you to do. Oh, we had a father show up who was very, very, and I don't know what the email says. I hear it's in the documents. Maybe we'll look at it. You know what it probably says. We'll make a prediction. We had a father of a student show up who was very disruptive today. Don't worry. We contacted authorities, removed them from the premise, and made sure there was no danger to the students involved. Just wanted to let you know. I'm sorry. I'm going to need some rope, a chopping block, and an axe. Because I have some people to deal with here. If I'm that dad. At the June 22nd, 2021 LCSB meeting, the superintendent, in response to a question, said, "To my knowledge, we don't have any records of assaults occurring in our restrooms." A lie. We believe this statement was a lie. It wasn't a belief. It was definitely a lie. 100% it was a lie. The superintendent later claimed he, quote, was viewing the question in light of Policy 8040. Policy 8040 isn't real. It's a fiction created by trans activists to make regular people feel bad about the truth. So much of our society right now runs on these fictions. It runs on lies. It runs on intentional, forced ignorance of reality. So much of society runs on this right now. You're looking at rape in light of a policy? Is the policy about rape? Because if it's not, what the fuck are you doing? Where's your goddamn personal dignity and integrity? Well, I wanted to talk about the rape, but I mean, we got this trans bathroom issue going on. It's really, did you hear about Target? I mean, oh my God, we can't, you hear what happened when people heard of the mission. Well, if they hear about the rape in the bathroom, that might mess with the mission. We got to be inclusive for trans kids.